Alright, that's enough. Okay, hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's Bitcoin update. Very quickly, join the Discord because you don't want to miss these updates daily, and follow this channel if you would like to as well. Now, here we are onto the 4-hour time frame with Bitcoin. Now, we saw Bitcoin, soaring to the skies, and now it's actually moving sideways a little bit. And there is a form of a bird pattern. Actually, people from my premium members actually pointed this out, that Bitcoin lately is forming a bird pattern like this. Now we're actually going to do a little bit of a Google, and it has been doing this for a very long time now. I've noticed it, and we're going to do the bird uh, pattern, right, for Bitcoin, just like this one. And if you go to the images right there, you can already see something very similar to, yeah, something like this one. So basically it's shaped like the Simpsons head, and you actually move like doom 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 doom, and then you go down, right? So what Bitcoin is forming right now is something very similar to that bar pattern that you just see right there. And basically right now you've been overextended from the EMAs. Now what I'm expecting is still the pullback. Okay, so do not box with the with the world's greatest boxer if you're not even prepared, because he's gonna pull you back and knock the hell out of you. So right now, if I turn on the volume once again, the story of the volume continues. So basically, there are no buyers. One thing is very clear, that right at this point of time, there are no buyers basically. So what you see right here is gonna be a very cool off, and it seems like people are selling their money. This is called distribution when it comes to the market phase. Okay, so this is some sort of a distribution right there. Now, can the whales actually step in and push the price to the upside? It is possible. Why not? You're still actually having support at this yellow line, which is the 10 EMA on the daily time frame, but it doesn't ring any bell to me, because now, since we are into the 4-hour time frame, let's bring an RSI, okay, and let's bring the indicator and talk about this indicator as well. And all right, I'm in the free plan, guys, sorry for that one. So here we are in the indicators. I'm gonna bring in the RSI right now. Yep. All right, so the RSI department, we are on the 4-hour time frame actually quite oversold, but there is still room for this RSI to still continue to pick up to the upside. So it wouldn't be a surprise if you still just continue like this and go to $44,000. I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, because this is what Bitcoin likes to do. Okay, when everyone thinks it's gonna go for a pullback, it doesn't really actually go for the pullback. But I am gonna wait for the pullback, okay, because that's really important right now at this very point of time. Now I do notice some people saying that there is a bearish divergence, or a hidden bearish divergence. I don't know if it's on the 4-hour time frame or what. The price is moved up like this. I'm actually gonna try to recognize where that bearish divergence really is. I'm kind of not getting it. It went up as well, came down, it's moving sideways, right? I really actually don't see that bearish divergence right now at this, but there is a bearish divergence, right, with Bitcoin chart, by the way, and the prices were moving up and up and up and up and up, right? No, I still don't see the bearish divergence. Are you really sure about the bearish divergence? Probably that was kind of okay. The price went up, the chart still moves sideways like this. All right, I don't see it. I really don't see it. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this one. Now here we are basically, and to me that bot pattern seems to be forming, and it has always been formed every single time, and it actually builds trust within new investors. Now let's learn upon the history what happens. You had the bot pattern right there, boom. You made another bot pattern right there, went to the downside. This is another bot pattern they made, you pushed to the downside. After every move to the upside, they made this bot pattern once again, then pushed the prices to the downside. They made another bot pattern right now and then moved to the downside. Actually, what these bot patterns do is kind of like build trust among investors and all this kind of stuff. But to me, anything can happen in this space. Okay, you could actually still find support at this very level and then continue to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised, because this has also happened before. But personally, for me, for us to be on the safe side, it's always better to wait for a pullback. Okay, when you actually cross out of something, you go down for a correction, nothing else. This is just a pullback or a correction, and at least retest what you're breaking out of, because that's the most logical thing to do for Bitcoin right now. So there's a very mini tiny morning star that just developed on the 4 hour time frame as well, and you can start to see even Bitcoin flip bullish once again and continue. Yeah, it could rise from here. Okay, who knows? It's not guaranteed that you're gonna go to the downside, but to me, when you don't have volume and you're just forming something like this, and then you make that bar pattern, and then boom, it's gonna take one big red candle to actually push people to the downside. And yes, there is a big resistance. I'm gonna actually draw this resistance right now, the yellow line resistance. That's gonna be 41,900. And even if you see Bitcoin actually crossing 41,900 and go to the 42,000, let it backtest the yellow line, which is the 41,900, and backtest, and then continue, confirm from here, and then maybe you might consider taking an entry from there, because that's where it could actually continue to the $44,000. But sometimes what it does, what these market manipulators and the market makers do, is they will push the price to $42,000, win your trust, and then dump you to the downside. They could do something like this as well. Now I'm gonna tell you where this one happened. Let's go back into history and time right here. This is where that $52,000 came into play, and we had a very long extended price actions right there. So what happened here is, um, you had the prices, not this one actually. I'm actually gonna go even way more back. Yeah, this one, this right here. This was where the $52,000 actually went on. So what they did is, they pushed the bot pattern, they made it, and then they came down. Then they went up again, and look, they pushed the price to the $52,000. They won everyone's trust. Then from there they push the prices to the downside, right? Because when you see this candle, when you see that candle, this candle, and this is on the 4 hour time frame, and if you're a day trader, you're gonna have to put a lot of patience and a lot of patience. So basically you're waiting here for some few days for this red candle to happen, and then they push it back up once again, thinking that, oh yeah, the correction is over, it came to the blue line, they win your trust, and then they go up, and then they try to even overtake everything. But the retest is so important that they actually drop you to the downside. So they all do, it happens all the time so that they can win trust of people. So right now, what you see right here probably is just an invitation to disaster. Okay, it's just looking so, when it looks too good to be true, it's not really good to be too good to be true, because I don't like the green candles. I don't even like to buy it. Even if it goes up, I'm not gonna chase the price. I'm still gonna wait for that oversold department, and for the retest to come down and a correction to happen. If it goes up, let it go up. Good luck with it. Okay, if you're investing in it, good luck with it. You might be lucky right now. Okay, I'm not saying you're not gonna be lucky, but it's always best to wait for a pullback and a correction. When you pump, just look, it had already pumped on the 4 hour time frame, and things don't go straight up, they go in waveform. So it has already pumped like 14%. Okay, so I do expect a small retracement of at least 6%, right? So if you do get that 6% discount, just like that, that would be healthy. At least retest the ascending triangle and retest this big resistance line that you've actually broken out of. And that's exactly what I want to see right now. Do you see this channel? This channel has finally been broken out right now from this place, and then just come back a little bit and push the prices to the downside. Now who knows, we could still form that big structure right there, and then push to the $44,000 as well. That would be good still. Anyways, let's see what happens. And there is a big wall of $43,000 that actually is now getting crossed. And it's very important to actually point out the horizontal line of that yellow line that I've drawn before on the channel as well. I'm just gonna bring in like this one. Yeah, so this level is still acting as some sort of a resistance probably, or and it could be even be turning in into a support right there. Do you see that? This could still be a support, but right now nothing is confirmed once again. And yeah, it could still be a support, and you could actually see Bitcoin going all the way up to 42,800 something. It could still climb a little bit, touch this blue line, and then actually dump to the downside, just as I told you. Push it up, push the prices up a little bit, and then dump everyone else to the downside when they think that, oh, now we're bearish, right? So, is the pullback gonna happen? We don't know. Is it gonna go up? We don't know. But for me, the best thing for to do is to wait for the pullback and re-enter at this pullback, because right now things are actually so green that I do expect a little bit of some cool off and some shake off. Even if I turn it on the volume, on the daily, this is a very small volume, so there are small number of buyers coming in to step into the game. But once again, the weekly is actually looking so good right now. And today, this candlestick is going to close in the next 14 hours in the 55 minutes, and we're putting in a morning star right now. So basically, next week we might see Bitcoin actually going through to 44,000, 45,000. Now if we do close like this, that's really positive. Okay, trend reversal is coming in because you're broken out of a channel, you're making in a morning star, you're doing all the thing to actually continue to $44,000. And the Heiken Ashi, as well as said yesterday, is flashing to make some nice good decisions out there. So yeah, so that's it for today's Bitcoin update. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.